So hello, once again I'm back on my Lenovo IdeaPad Pro 5 AMD edition, and as always I'm recording locally and streaming today on Kick service. Let's check out the stream if it's working properly via my Vivaldi browser. Here we are, sound and all, stream is working perfectly fine. Nice. So yeah, we are back in MX Linux 25.2 Infinity version with KDE Plasma. Let's check out the system information via the terminal. Here we are. You can pause the stream to take a good look at your own pace. Just pay attention to the screen resolution, which is 2880 by 1800 running at 120 Hz. Basically 1440p screen resolution. And I'm recording and streaming today in this native screen resolution, but downscale in almost full HD and 30 FPS. With these things out of the way, let us go and see the OBS settings. Here we are, settings, video, native screen resolution, downscale almost full HD, 30 FPS. I'm using hardware encoders, FMPEG AAC for the audio, FMPEG VAP 8264 for the video, 8000 bitrate and MKV for the file. So yeah, and back in the terminal. Basically, before I'll go to the terminal, let me hide it for a moment. Today it's just a recap video, a summary of what we have been doing in the past few days with MX Linux 25.2 KDE Plasma, what we have accomplished. At first I had a problem with rising. It turned out to be like the most easy thing ever, but you know what they say, assumptions can kill. I don't know if many people say, but surely I say, and our family say it all the time. I grew up on it basically, and this can be both figuratively and literally. And yeah, I made the assumption that something was there, but that something was not there, and yeah. It has nothing to do, almost nothing to do with Linux distribution, mostly my problem, but finally I've solved it and I've nailed the rising down. So let me show you a bit around the system. That's my top panel, date and time, weather, system tools, network speed, everything in place, including my Swedish week numbers here on the calendar. I can't work with it, let alone live. And this is my application menu, launcher, however you want to call it. And then this is my dock. And yeah, and of course the problem being the apps, how they appear to be. Let me show you again the application menu, and then let's go in Flat Seal, for example. Always a trouble to solve. And then let's go for example with parabolic, another good example. And as you can see, both of these apps adhere to my rising, themes, icons, fonts, everything. And let's go in volume control, for example, or let's go for a calculator, let's go, I don't know, for Dolphin, file manager, all good. So finally I've done this thing. Also, I didn't show you this, but I talked about it, I think, or maybe I saw it and I don't recall. Let me show you the virtual manager. Basically I've done just the basic theming inside this in order to accomplish my you know, my rising to make sure that what I thought I did wrong, it was indeed the thing that I did wrong, and it was. And of course you'll not have these issues if you will follow my guide, but still. And also what we will see here, it's not like exactly configured like the host. I don't want to waste any more time on this. I just want to pinpoint the issue to make sure that I had the correct issue at hand solved. So this is what I had accomplished inside the virtual machine: top panel, dock, application launcher, and the rising, of course. Let's open parabolic, on point. And the same thing with the flat seal. So inside the guide I have this thing as well, how to create your own virtual manager setup and how to create a virtual machine. And yeah, the guide is quite nice. I think I have developed it quite well for MX Linux 25.2. So as soon as the virtual machine is off, I will continue. So yeah, what else? Rising, yeah, DaVinci Resolve Studio, of course. Let's go Resolve. This one too, another good success. Let it load a bit. Here we are. Of course, as I said the other day, I didn't do any special effects, whatever, but let's just see the performance while streaming and recording. Let's turn down the volume. Boom, no problem. Boom, no problem. And then the same thing with jumping between the sections. Sorry. Fusion, color, fairlight, deliver, and of course back to edit. No problem. You have to keep in mind, always keep in mind, that this system does not have a discrete GPU, it's just the integrated GPU. For me, the performance is totally on point running DaVinci Resolve Studio and everything else. And even the game XIV, Final Fantasy XIV or Final Fantasy XIV if you prefer, I had the stream recording at the same time while playing at the game at the native screen resolution, 1440p basically. No issues at all. It was like between 30, 40, 50 FPS around the city hub. No problem whatsoever. I didn't do a stress test with the game, but I know that this system can handle this no problem at all. What else? Of course, yes, the terminal, back in the terminal. This fast fetch is more or less the basic version. I just changed a few colors here and there. And then of course the fish prompt customization, or when you do like commands like this or like this, you can check out a little bit of different results, or when you select colors. When you select colors, when you select something in the terminal, it has different colors to match my theming, my rising. I like it quite a lot. Boom, just like that. Of course, I'm using Qt terminal, and as I said, everything else is included in the guide, in the manual, so to speak. So let's go and check it out. This is the special link when you will go in my website. Let's just go now. I will show you this. I don't think I've shown you before this one, but in any of my videos, if you will move below in the comments here in the description, you can see here this part, guides for the Linux distributions that I have made videos for, and then this link takes you here. And I don't think that I have every guide for every distribution that I have checked out. Like Zorin OS, I didn't do any guides for it, but maybe I missed other distros as well. But most of them are here. And for example, here, MX Linux 25.2 KDE Plasma. It's still under construction, it says, but later in the day when the video will be released, the link will be there, or maybe tomorrow, worst case tomorrow. So here is the guide. Pay attention please to this one. Always on my guides I have this first and foremost. Attention, remember that the following are 100% correct for my system and my installation. If I have missed a step, made a mistake, etc., please write to me in one of my videos comments. Thanks for understanding. And more or less the thinking when I'm writing these guides is like step 1, 2, 3 or ABC if you prefer. But sometimes you can use the guide as you see fit. But if you will try to do it in order, maybe I have missed a step, maybe I have something done in a wrong way, please let me know about it. And so basically it's like bus to FIS, fast fetch, you follow these terminal commands, how to fully upgrade the system, pay attention on relogging and restarting the system whenever I say so, just to make sure that nothing will go wrong. And then how to upgrade the system, including unstable stuff. Maybe you don't want to do this, and if you do, just do the following. And this is especially important maybe for GPU related stuff, depending on your usage. And yeah, basically everything is included, more or less. I think I have included everything, including DaVinci Resolve Studio, my scripts of course, like wallpaper jumper, like cursor factory, where is it, theming, rising of course, DaVinci Resolve as said, and yeah, and I have this thing here about the virtual machine. And where is it, the other thing?
Yeah, as for the next Linux distribution, I'm not sure.
Yeah, this one, I think I've made this one, this part here, more or less true to my DaVinci Resolve Studio, because I haven't yet figured out a few things by then. So maybe, for example, these commands here you don't need. Basically taking care of the permissions in the system. But yeah, almost everything is here in the guide. Speaking of some of the thing in the guide, I have to show you still. For example, wallpaper jumper. At the moment we are in the, let me show you something. Do I have a video playing? I close it. Okay. So currently, okay, jump now, let me show you again. We are currently in image 1293 out of 1342. This is the image name here, but we can skip ahead or go backwards. For example, I can go back like this, boom, or go move forward like this, boom. As you can see, it's quite nice, instant, and if you have a folder full of good images, you can do that, and you can fiddle around with the script and maybe change the timing as well. I have it set on 1 minute, every 1 minute to change the wallpaper, but maybe you want to do it like 15 minutes or something. You can fiddle around with the script, and you can do that just fine, no problem at all. And then I have the cursor factory. You can create your own cursors based on the Breeze cursor set. And if you don't, this is your first time, you just press S or X button or cancel, and it will download the special folder for you. If you don't have it, you just click. If you have it, you select it, boom, and then you type a name here. I'll go, for example, like magenta black. I think I didn't create this one, magenta black. And then you go like black for the body of the cursor, and then magenta for the outline of the cursor. In a few seconds it will create the cursor for you, and then you are able to select it inside the, now it's ready, inside the system settings, like colors and themes, cursors, and here it is, magenta black. And then you can select the size. It's from full HD monitors up to 8K displays. I'll just leave it be in my current default of 48 and then apply, and boom, it is done. And if you have any problem with any kind of apps, you can fix that if you follow my guide. And if you still have problems with it, you just relog or restart and you are done. So yeah, basically these are my two go-to scripts. Then I have also back to the terminal again. I have key binded my Copilot useless key, totally absolutely useless key, just like Copilot itself. So it's like a control for me. So if I want to zoom in the terminal or zoom out, I can do it with my Copilot key. I don't have to use my left hand, my left arm. So I'll go again, do a fast fetch and make sure that it's correct like this, zoom in. And then also I did with one word you can fully update the system regardless of what you are doing. The word is update. You can change this of course if you follow my guide, but it's this update. It's a wordplay on update and opt. So here we are. You just type your password, long and complicated password, and of course I have done this before, so it has nothing to do right now, but it takes care of plenty of things for you. Anyway, what else have I accomplished? Something that truly matters for you. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't like it. Let me think. Oh yeah, the KDE scripts, of course, the KWin KDE scripts, window management, superpowers, God mode on for me. I'm talking about mouse styler and remember window positions. Must have. I can't live without them. I can't work without them. It's like a must have. So let us go with, for example, with this little app. Emoji selector, you select an emoji, it's now on the clipboard. If you want, you move the window around like this, for example, and then you close it, and next time that I will open the window, it will be there in that position. Boom, just like that. So more often than not, this script is working perfectly fine. I'm having issues. Maybe I can solve them, maybe I cannot. Maybe it's a weakness on the script. I don't have time to, fix everything. So, for example, if I will open GIMP, it will open in this place, for example, like this. And then if I want it like this, for example, then I will quit the app. And then I will open it, and again, look at this, boom. I don't know why this happens. Maybe I can fix it with a KWin script, maybe I cannot. I don't want to waste any more of my time. I know I just can move my mouse around with ease and reposition my windows. For example, I'll do with calculator this time. It's very easy. You just move the window around and you drop it in the zone you prefer. Boom. That easy. I think I've covered most of the stuff. If you like what you have been seeing in these videos, you just replace around, the theme. For example, you have another theme that you like instead of my suite theme. You switch that with suite, and you have your own theme, rising your system with your theme if you will follow my guide. The same is true for the icons, for the cursors, and so on. So you can mix and match around as long as you understand what you're doing. But yeah, I think this is it for today. Most probably the next couple of streams, if I will get around, I have enough time, I will go back and pay a visit in my old trustworthy systems of MacBook Air 2012 and MacBook Pro 2012 keep them up to date, see how they perform, have possibly my new effects on camera, microphone, etc. We will see how they will perform with my new tools nowadays. And maybe if I need to update the guides, if I need to do something, I will do so, if I will have the time. And after them, we will see. We will be both surprised, you and I, with which distro I will try later. So yeah, if you like what you're seeing, if you hate what you're seeing, hate watch, hate subscribe, hate like, hate dislike, whatever, I don't care. My streaming services after my head stroke are Kick service, Twitch service, and YouTube Live service, and then my YouTube channel. You can subscribe there as well, like or dislike the videos. You can also find me on the Twitter and Blue Sky. Maybe eventually I will get around and include my links in the YouTube videos as well, or maybe in the YouTube Live service or whatever, Kick, Twitch, whatever. We'll see. Yeah. As always, thank you for everything, and see you on the next one. Bye!